Good morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning po. Tama. So, yan. Pag-usapan po natin yung napakagandang mga ginagawa ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos sa ating bansa. So, ayon po sa World Bank, ang bansa po natin ang may quickest growth among East Asia and Pacific region. So, pag-usapan po natin yan. Ay. No, wait.
Ang Pilipinas ay isa sa mga bansang may pinakamabilis na pag-unlad sa rehiyon ng Silangang Asya.
Okay. So, hello po. So, sa mga maka-BBM dyan, o kaya sa mga supporter po ng ating mahal na Pangulo, this is your chance. Wow. Ito na po yung chance nyo po para manood kayo ng aking live at i-discuss ko po ang medyo So yan, pag-usapan po natin yung mga hakbangin na ginawa ng Marcos administration para po ang bansa po natin ay ang isa sa mga developing countries no sa Silangang Asya at Pasipiko na may magandang ekonomiya. So ayon po sa World Bank, ang bansa po natin ang may pinakamabilis na pag-unlad sa rehiyon ng Silangang Asya at Pasipiko. Ito ay dahil sa iba't ibang kadahilanan. Una, ang malakas na pamumuhunan sa infrastruktura ng ating bansa. Okay. So kung marami ka pong infrastructure project, no, like mga infrastructure project, so syempre tataas yung dadami yung mga trabaho, no? Infrastructure projects po ang tawag doon. So dahil sa pamamagitan ng infrastruktura, nagawa ng bansa na mapalakas ang ekonomiya at magbigay ng trabaho sa maraming Pilipino. So pangalawa po, patuloy ang pag-unlad ng sektor ng serbisyo sa bansa. Ito ay kasama ang BPO, turismo at iba pang mga industriya nagbibigay ng malaking kontribusyon sa ekonomiya ng bansa. So nakita po natin, wait lang no. Ano na yung latest doon sa nasa 4 point saan na yun? Di ko kabisado wait lang. Yung sa foreign visitor receipts po natin, meron po tayong inano po noon wait lang. Meron po tayong ni-report na ang taas ng bilang ng foreign visitors receipt po natin this 2023. So, check ko lang po dito sa sa post ko, hindi ko po kasi maalala. Foreign visitors receipt. So, check po natin foreign visitors receipt. Hindi ko makita dito. So basta nasa malaki po yung kita ng ating Department of Tourism dahil nga po sa patuloy na pagdagsa ng mga turismo turista sa ating bansa. So, syempre, isa din po sa mga dahilan bakit patuloy po ang paglakas ng ating ekonomiya sa panahon po ng ating mahal na Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ay ang nagpapatupad ng mga hakbangin upang maprotekta ng bansa mula sa mga negatibong epekto ng globalisasyon. Ito ay kasama ng pagpapatupad ng patakaran ng naglayang maprotekta ng lokal na ekonomiya mula sa negatibong epekto ng malayang kalakalan. So, pang huli po, ang pagpapatupad din ng hakbang upang mapanatili ang kanyang financial stability. Ito kasama na sa pagpapatupad ng patakaran ng naglalayong mapanatili. Ay, wait. Tama ba? So yan po ay ano ba yun? Wait. Ang init ah. So, ayan. So, ayan po ay galing mismo sa World Bank, no, na ang bansa po natin ang may pinakamabilis na paglago ng ekonomiya base pa rin po sa ginagawa ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos sa kanyang administrasyon dahil sa mga economic policies po, sa mga infrastructure projects na nakakatulong sa pag-unlad ng ating bansa. So, nandyan po, kung mapapansin nyo po, ang unemployment rate po natin ay bumaba po, no, from 4 point 4 asan na ba yun? Iulitin ko na lang kung baka mali yung datos na maibigay ko, so baka sabihin nagpapakalat tayo ng fake news. Unemployment rate, asan na yun? Yung inflation rate po natin from 4.1 or 4.2 ay naging 3.9 na lang po yung inflation rate natin. So that's the indication that the Marcos government is doing well in public service. So that's why maganda po ang takbo ng ating ekonomiya dahil po sa mga economic reforms na ginagawa po ng ating mahal na Pangulo. So ang employment rate po ng ating bansa ay bumaba din, no? Saan na ba yun? Wait lang. Hindi ko kasi masyado. Mas maganda kung maibigay ko yung tamang detalye o data ng ating sinasabi para maiwasan po na sabihin po na tayo ay nagpapakalat ng maling balita. So, sabi po sa article ng S&P noong March 2023, the Philippines economy grew at pace of 7.6% in 2002, the fastest rate of economic growth recorded by the Philippines since 1976. Wait. Unemployment rate. Okay. Search ko na lang mabuti yung unemployment rate po natin. Kasi baka mali po yung maibigay po natin na datos sa ating live. Syempre, ayaw po natin na tawagin tayo ay fake news peddler. Gusto po natin yung tamang information lang yung ating maibigay, no? So, unemployment rate okay, so this is the unemployment rate. 3.6. Okay. So, ang employment rate po natin sa ating bansa, unemployment rate, bumaba po sa 3.6%. Base po ito sa data na ating nakalap, no, sa report ng Philippine News Agency na sinulat po ni Analia Gonzalez na na-publish noong January 9, 2024 at 12:22 p.m. Sabi po dito, the country's unemployment rate fell to its lowest level in November last year while employment reached its highest since April 5 reported today. So, medyo pa-happy ako magbasa, no, kung ano nyo pa, makita nyo that showed that unemployment rate further went down to 3.6 during the month down. Also, 3.6 ang unemployment rate po natin. So, ibig sabihin, napababa po ng ating Marcos administration ang bilang ng mga kababayan po natin na wala po ng trabaho. So, ibig sabihin, tumaas po yung employment rate ng ating bansa. Kasi pag ang employment rate bumaba, pag bumaba po ang employment rate, ibig sabihin ng unemployment rate, yung wala pong trabaho, unemployment rate. So, bumaba po siya. Pag bumaba po ang unemployment rate, tataas po yung employment rate. So, yun po yung ibig sabihin. In the statement, the National Economic Development said the decline was mainly due to reduced participation of young people and women in the labor force influenced by family-responsible schooling and age-related sources. The country's employment rate was estimated at 96.4. So, base din po sa inilathala na report ng National Economic ng Philippine News Agency, ang employment rate ng ating bansa ay nasa 96.4%. Ito na po ang pinakamataas na naitala ng ang gobyerno po natin, no, since April 2005. So, what's a good news? The BBM administration is doing well to uplift the quality of our lives, no? So, from this is the highest employment rate since April 2005. This article was published by the Philippine News Agency dated January 9, 2024 at 12:22 p.m. by Analia Gonzalez. So you may check the reference for you. You may check the article for your reference. So it's good news for us, no, here in the Philippines that our country is the quickest growth among East Asia and Pacific according to World Bank. So it's very plausible that the Marcos administration is doing well when it comes to economic reforms, and we have in the list that Philippines is the quickest growth among East Asia and Pacific according to World Bank. Because of the economic reforms that the PBBM administration doing, then World Bank, says that our country is the quickest among East Asia and Pacific countries. So the unemployment rate down to 3.6% and the employment rate up to 96.4%. That's a good indication for us, for us Filipino mga kababayan, that the PBBM administration is doing well despite of there are so many criticisms making this administration to fall down. So, marami pang mga kritisismo na nagpapakalat mga balita para lang po mag-alab ang inyong mga damdamin at magalit sa pamahalaan po natin. Pero nakikita ayon nga po sa report ng World Bank that PBBM administration or ang ating country is doing well. So, meron po nag-comment. We will read the comment of Willie Cabrera. Also, rise inflation pinakamataas simula 2009, 19%. Grabe, walang ginawa si week leader. So, and that point, there are so many factors to be considered. So the global inflation, the war between the Ukraine and Russia, and there are so lot of factors to be considered, Sir Willie Cabrera. So as of the moment, alam nyo ba that there is a correlation also between higher prices and the economy. If the price goes high, then the economics of our country is also high. So there's also a correlation between that. But the inflation on the rise, no? So there are some lot of factors. So even the gasoline, the price of the gasoline or the fuel may affect the price increase, especially on the rice. What is Mr. Willie Cabrera pointing out here. So I think it's a global affected by the global inflation survey. So that's it. So there are many criticisms, a lot of criticisms and spreading fake news. Especially there are a lot of also news bloggers that were taken down because of the narratives going to pro-China or because of the narration over China. So Meta took down the pages that who are pro-China. According to some reports that we have found that pro-China bloggers are being taken down by Meta because of spreading fake news that have aligned with the China narration. So that's it. So, di ba, there's some bloggers that sinisisi ang ating Pangulo na they are saying that they are dictators because of they are against with the policy of Marcos. But according sa ating pananaliksik, nakita po natin na there are some reports that Meta of Facebook took down the pages of pro-China pages. So, nakita nyo naman po yung mga tinake down ng Meta na meron pong mga issue po West Philippine Sea over China na ang kinakampihan po nila is China, which is you could conclude that they are pro-China. That's why Meta or the Facebook company seriously took down those pro-China bloggers in align with China narration. So that's it. Don't take it seriously that the Marcos administration will have the control over Meta because Meta is a U.S. company base. So there's nothing with the Marcos administration if your page has been taken down. So you are free to exercise your freedom of speech and the Marcos administration. Nothing violates your freedom of speech. Just you did. You could say that you are silencing because of your page has been taken down. I'm sorry, but not. Okay. Remember that Meta is a US-based company. And also, ayaw din po ni Meta yung that you are inciting to sedition or you have a serious statement. So, bawal po yun sa policy po ni Meta o ni Facebook. So, yan po yung mga napakandang balita, no, na ating ginagawa ng ating pamahalaan po ni Marcos Jr., no? So, since April 2005, so na-record po ang pinakamataas na employment rate ng ating bansa, which is 96.4 and 3.6 ang employment rate sa ating bansa. But the good thing was that is, ilan ba? So, ang tanong po doon na malaki din, although may mga trabaho, no, so there are some na yung trabaho na nakuha po nila, it's not talaga po yung supposedly na work po nila. But the good news itself there is yung maganda pa rin na kahit paano may mga trabaho ang mga kababayan po natin. So that's it. So that's it la. medyo 20 minutes lang yung live po natin regarding on this. So we have to highlight the PBBM good news, the Marcos administration. It was a good help. If you some of our videos that contain the PBBM administration doing to share the good news to each and everyone so that all can be could read the good news of the Marcos administration. So medyo island po tayo. So we have also made a video regarding the irrigation projects of the Marcos administration. If you are a part or a member of the group Marcos Tayo, Love for All, Bagong Pilipinas 2023, PBBM Defender, I am the admin there, so you must be a member there, and you check out the good news that our Marcos administration had something to do with this irrigation projects, and also the Department of Agrarian Reform that made that had an issued of land titles of 91 something 91 something beneficiaries, 91,000 beneficiaries of land titles that are given across the country by the Department of Agrarian Reform, and also the irrigation system project of the Marcos administration that could truly benefited our farmers, no, especially ngayong El Nino na kailangan ng ating mga magsasaka ang irrigation po para po makapag-produce po sila ng mas maraming produkto o mga rice para po and the next few years ay sagana pa rin po tayo sa produktong agrikultura. So the irrigation project of the Marcos administration continuously being continuously being sa lahat ng ating bansa across the country po na yung irrigation facilities po natin ay mas lalo pong pinatindi ng Marcos administration dahil nga po sa magiging epekto ng El Nino in the next coming months. So yan, pinaghahanda na po ng ating mahal na Pangulo yung tinatawag na El Nino. So one of that is the irrigation system na sinagawa nga po. So the last was in Nueva Ecija. So maliit lang yung dam na ginawa po doon, pero nakakatulong po to para po sa mas magandang produksyon ng mga palay o mga produktong agrikultura. So yan po, advance po mag-isip ang ating mahal na Pangulo. So pinaghahandaan, malayo pa po, pinaghahandaan na po yung mga ganyan. So, isa pa pong mainit na tinatalakay ang PUB Modernization Program, wherein ang hangad po ng ating mahal na Pangulo ay magkaroon po ng safe yung safe riding public, no? So there are ngayon kasalukuyan dinidinig ngayon sa House of Representatives ang PUB modernization. So that's all what I can say. The Marcos administration is doing well for our countrymen to be benefited from all these projects. So the Marcos government still doing good despite of some many criticisms from DDS vloggers na naghahangad ng masama na sana mapabagsak nila ang Marcos administration. But sad to say, Marcos administration ay hindi po nila magawa. Thanks for watching. This is Romel Dakpan of Lakay Regang Bulletin, What's Up Pinas, Kakwentuhan Mo, Lakay TV, and Lakay Public Affairs. Thank you so much to all who join us with me and watch my live. Thank you. Agay-ayat kada kayo amin na po. Lakay Romel Regang Dakpan. Goodbye po.